In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe that ate the Turkish delight?
Edward.
Edward.
I could be
Edward
wrong.
was the one that
Is
had
it
the...
Edward?
Yes.
Because he was, like, how
With
did
the
that
White
little
Queen.
scamp Edward get out? Exactly. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Get back here. Get back in the fold.
Oh, well, what you're looking at right over here is what our customers have absolutely fallen in love with over the years during Gourmet Holiday. The Liberty Orchard Fruit and Nut Confections, a.k.a. Turkish Delight.
Turkish Delight.
Individually wrapped,
Yeah.
delicious fruit
Obsessed about
flavors, paired with perfect nuts. And today, for 3 payments of $13.33, we have it for you. Marie-Louise Ludwig is here with us today. They come in a beautiful box. If you're giving this as a gift to somebody that you love for, again, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, a baby shower, anything, today we have the opportunity to get these home for you. Now, Marie-Louise brings us some of the best foodie items that we bring to you here at QVC. It is always a pleasure to have you on our set.
It's great to be here.
But let's talk about this because
Yes.
Liberty Orchards has been around for, is it over 100 years?
Over 100 years
Yes.
ago. And we're going to the beautiful state of Washington, to the Valley of Kashmir. This is actually an artist's rendition, where over 100 years ago, 2 great friends came from the Near East looking for a better way of life in the States. What a great place to land in Liberty Orchards. Tons of apples, didn't know what to do with them, so they took their recipe, their heirloom recipe, and made that candy that you two speak of. And today, same recipe, fruit juice, fruit concentrates, fruit purees, made fresh in the state of Washington in small batches, gets these delicious fruit nut
By the way,
candies.
we have 10 flavors to go through. You get all of them.
Best offer yet.
You get all of them. All right, so let's go through. Let's go through. We'll start over here
All
with
right,
the strawberry and walnut.
Strawberry and walnut. So you got the summer strawberry and that delicious walnut. Next to it, one of the flavors where it all began. This is going to be the cotlet. This is going to be apricots and walnuts. Look at this. Look at how nice and fluffy those are. Next to that, blueberry and almond, a great combination. Next to that, the taste of apple pecan pie. Look at the nuts and the fresh apples in there. Next to that is my all-time favorite, the cherry almond crunch. That's got real pieces of cherry in there and almonds. That one is to die for.
That's the one that Rachel and I ate before the show.
We totally did. And the one that I ate right now, which is now my new favorite, this
The
boysenberry
hazelnut. And this one is, look, it's just chock full of nuts and fruits. That's actually the cherry almond. We need to pop back here a little bit. We got to see the boysenberry.
This one right here is the boysenberry. Oops, right
Wow,
under
look at the hazelnuts.
Look at that. And the hazelnuts. But also, when's the last time that you picked a fresh boysenberry? I mean, that's why I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like, never.
I know.
So definitely grab these. Okay.
Great unique flavor.
Raspberry
pecan next to that. And then we go a little tropical next to that. That is the pineapple with macadamia.
I think you should have it.
And another one of the originals. This one next to that is going to be the apple and the walnut. And then finally on the end, the only one in this collection that does not have nuts, and that is going to be the cranberry orange sorbet.
Have we ever seen, I feel like I haven't presented with you 10 before, ever.
Well, this is not the first time they've been on, but when they were on the last time, they flew out the door because we just don't make these fast enough for everybody. So we decided for the first time to let everybody try 6 each of 10 different flavors.
Yeah.
What a collection.
They're delicious. And I'm just going to say that
if
you were the person who cried when Aslan the lion died, then you absolutely have to get this. I mean, seriously, it makes you, this is going to be crazy, it makes you smile that you actually get to taste the real Turkish delight. That, like, what is that? Like, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was a seminal work for me.
Oh, for real?
Oh, absolutely. The books, yes.
Honey, I read the books. I watched the movie.
Exactly. Back and forth and forward and back, yes.
Yeah.
So,
who didn't do that?
and this is the most delicious thing ever.
Yeah.
How would you describe the texture of this? It's like a jelly.
It's jelly. It's a
candy.
melt in your mouth jelly candy. So it's very soft and juicy and fruity because it's fruit juice, fruit concentrates, fruit purees. They cook them down in kettles in small batches. They add in these fresh nuts. They cool them. They cut them. Here we go. Let's go to Washington State, shall we? So when you open these up, when you open up that wrapper, that pop of fruit, look at the color.
Small batches,
going into that small batch right there. That is true fruit. When it's poured out, it almost looks like a giant, thick fruit roll-up, doesn't it?
Oh, wow.
It gets cut. It goes through just a really nice light dusting of powdered sugar. 2 reasons. Powdered sugar allows us to individually wrap them so they're not sticky. And the fine powdered sugar also kind of rounds off and balances the tart. So you've got a little bit of tart, a little bit of sweet. This is the perfect little chew biter.
By the way,
I just need something sweet.
That's the way Turkish Delight is always served, right? Like it's always made that way with the powdered sugar on the outside. Now, Monifa tried this. Are you trying it now for the very first time?
So listen, I've had it earlier when
You
we
did
had it,
try it
and I
earlier.
was shocked because I said I've been to Turkey and I've had Turkish Delight there.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Look
yeah.
at this. Look how
It's
this just
really good.
pulls apart. It's just so soft. It melts in your mouth. You get the flavors of the fruit. You get the crunch of the nuts come together. And I always say the experience begins when you open the wrapper. And when you taste these, you could do this blindfolded and know exactly what every flavor
And I'll
was.
tell you why this is the best offer. By the way, fewer than 1,000 to go around, and we're very busy. And many people are picking up more than one box. It's been forever since we had Liberty Orchards on air. I don't even
time.
know if they've been on air at all this year yet.
Yeah,
you know
couple
what I mean? So here's the thing. Like a handful of times, we're already in May, right? Here's the other thing about this. This is the freshest way to have your Turkish Delight.
Yeah.
When it comes in a box, right?
Yeah.
You take the first one out, it's really fresh. By the time you get to the last,
It's true.
They're more stale.
Yeah.
These, every single one of them is fresh right out of the package because each one is individually packaged. Now fewer than 700 remaining.
at
So
that.
when you open this up, it's juicy.
Juicy. That's the best way
Look
to
at this.
describe it. And you get
look at
that by using fruit. It starts with fruit, not a bunch of artificial anything. It's
That's
fruit
yummy.
juices, concentrates,
So good.
purees, cooked in that generations-old heirloom recipe in those small kettles.
you like orange?
Nuts stirred in, except for the cranberry orange sorbet. That's the only one in this collection that doesn't have nuts. But the way they pair these fruit and nuts together is kind of genius.
But this has
Look at
orange
that.
rind in it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
orange
you got a
rind.
little bit of orange
oh, my
pieces
gosh.
in there. And my cherry almond crunch one that I have right here, I love this. So look, you're home and you just want a little bite of something, but you need something a little sweet. Oh my mouth is watering just looking at this. Look how this pulls apart. This is the freshness
This
of
is going to
this
sell out.
candy.
We have 400 remaining.
So
And
good.
91056 is your item number. Now is your chance to go to QVC.com and order this. Auto delivery is available, so if you want to get this every 60 days for a full year, I gotta tell you, I know exactly. I am buying this today. I'm buying this for my mom because every
She'll
time.
love it.
Well, I'll tell you why. Every time it's on air, she always texts me, but then it usually sells out.
Oh, yeah, well, you better hurry up.
Before I get to my phone.
Look at all of
Look at
that.
this. You get
Look at
10
that.
flavors, right?
Tons of
10
candy.
flavors. I'll just go through them quick. Strawberry and walnut. This is the Colette, which is apricot and walnut. Blueberry and almond. Apple pecan pie. Cherry almond crunch. Boysenberry hazelnut. I've never even seen that
That's
flavor.
delicious.
Did you
Raspberry
I did.
pecan, pineapple macadamia nut, apple and walnut, and then cranberry orange sorbet is the only one without nuts. $13 and change gets them home. Try this out. You'll
so
absolutely love it, and definitely lock this in on auto delivery. We have 300 remaining. We started with 2,000. We have more people than that on the phone lines and on QVC.com, so please,
Yummy.
please check out your shopping cart. All right, Marie Louise, we love you, our good friend. Thank
I
you so
love
much
you
for
more.
being here. Pick those up while we have them for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run off and order these for my mom.
Yeah,
really
you better
quickly.
do it.
Okay, good. All right.
Go, 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 go. So listen, if you're just joining us, welcome on in. We are in the live stream. It's super easy to get there. You go to QVC.com, you type in live stream, my picture comes up, we're in the chat. People are asking all kind of questions. They want to know what Rachel's wearing, what I'm wearing. They're asking about food. So we're having a really good time in the chat. The question is right now, how are you celebrating Mother's Day? So come on into the chat and answer, and maybe, we'll give you a little shout out later to tell us how you're celebrating Mother's Day. Now, what's coming up next is something that is near and dear to my heart. I'm a Detroit girl. That's where I was born and raised. And corned beef is literally a very vivid memory. Corned beef?
Yeah.
Look at this.
I know, and it's delicious.